You can text, of course. You can email the programme, roberto.peroni@bbc.co.uk. Let me tell you this story. Young Healthwatch Central Bedfordshire are hosting a ceremony tonight for young people and the projects they've achieved this year. One of the big projects achieved has been around LGBTQ awareness in schools. Let's talk to the Chief Executive Officer, Diana Blackmun. Diana, very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Roberto. How are you?
Very well. Welcome to the programme. Young Healthwatch, what is it and who's it for?
Young Healthwatch is for young people living in Central Bedfordshire. They volunteer with us to help other young people access health and social care services. And they carry out lots of projects and activities and see things from a young people's perspective so that they can influence change and make sure that young people are being, able to access the help that they need.
I always get the sense that some people might question the validity of these sort of projects, but I think the actual story here is that it makes a great deal of difference to young people's lives.
Well, of course it does, because some young people have difficulty in even making an appointment with their own GP. And what we want to try and do is to try and find out why that is, and also give young people the opportunity to take part in lots of projects so that they can see actually what goes on in a hospital ward, for example, or, how young people would access those services that they would need to support them.
I always get a sense that young people, one of the things they really want is to be heard. They want their voices heard.
Yes, of course they do. But it's very difficult to encourage young people to volunteer, to make sure that their voices are heard and to share their experiences. And this is what Young Healthwatch does. It enables them to do that, to be part of a team, to visit hospital wards, to visit clinics and other health and social care premises so that they can say, well, actually, that's not working for us. Or, have you thought about introducing this, like an app for young people, for example? So it makes a tremendous difference for young people to actually comment on the services that they need.
What's been the standout? I mean, one of the big projects achieved has been around LGBTQ awareness in schools. Has that been the biggest achievement, do you think?
Oh, they've done so many projects. LGBTQ was just one of them, and that was where they developed a booklet called It's Not a Phase. And that includes up to 10 phrases or situations that they personally experienced within a school setting, and it offered alternatives for them to use instead. And basically what they did with that was they encouraged the schools to circulate those booklets so that people would know how to address people if they're going through a transition or, just actually thinking about their sexuality. But they've worked on so many other projects. I mean, they did a massive first aid project earlier on this year in which they offered the opportunity to 40 young people to learn CPR training and how to put people in the recovery position. And all this was designed to build their resilience and their confidence so they would know what to do if they were out and about with other young people and something unfortunate happened.
What I find fascinating about the awareness in schools about LGBTQ issues is that young people, they don't bat an eyelid to all this. They just accept it, they take it on board and they move on. Whereas in some elements of society we still panic, we struggle to change and cope with the changing environment. But with young people in schools, they just accept it. It is what it is.
Well, yes, they do, and they just get on with it. But by volunteering with Healthwatch Central Bedfordshire, they can encourage other young people to know what to do in those circumstances and not to see it as some kind of stigma.
Diana, you're the Chief Executive Officer. What is planned for tonight's ceremony?
For this celebration awards evening, what we wanted to do was to make sure that we celebrate all the hard work and the projects that they've worked on, and also understand that the difference they've made just by being involved in those projects. So we wanted to say a huge thank you to all of the volunteers that get involved with Healthwatch Central Beds.
Amazing. Look, and good luck tonight, and keep going from strength to strength. An amazing story.
Thank you very much.
Diana. Thank you. Talk to us, Diana Blackmun. Thank you for the comment. I'll just try and squeeze some more in. Our non-league programme with football